Speaking of which, will this be put out for bid in the future, since this wasn't the bracket announcement? Since there are media outlets that would like this information?
Welcome to 302 Sports and the DIAA Football Bracket Reveal Show. I'm Benny Mitchell. With me is Jason Wingshaw. And we're going to start off here with the Division I bracket, 16 bracket.
Division II bracket.
I'm sorry, Division II bracket.
Yep.
And 18 bracket, and here we go. First round game, number 4 Howard and number 5 Archman is going to be played November 16th. What do you see in this game? A little city game here, a little city.
Yeah, and it'll be played at Caryville, 7 o'clock at night. And Archmer, 8-2 record. They graduated a lot of players from last year, Benny, but an 8-2 solid season, and they get the 5 seed. But Howard, 9-1.
I got to see Howard down at Laurel, and they're a pretty explosive offense. The 9-1, only loss coming to the number 1 team in Delaware in Division I, the Hodgson Silver Eagles. So this will be a first round game, middle of the bracket, and let's move to our second first round game of the Division II tournament. Tower Hill and Caryville, November 16th. Tower Hill coming off a 10-0 loss to Wilmington Friends. Caryville, great back half of the season here, other than the loss to Concord down the stretch,
Yeah.
but we're going to talk about them a little later. What do you see in this game, Jason?
This is going to be interesting. First of all, 2 o'clock game on Saturday at Tower Hill. And Tower Hill had a great season. Hurting a little that loss against Friends. And Caryville's on a roll right now. And Potter is some athlete to watch. And it's going to be a tough matchup for Tower Hill's defense, I think, in that one.
And let's move to our third first round game of Division II. Delmar Wildcats coming off a big win over rival Woodbridge, and they're good. This is a rematch, and we're going to see a little bit of this throughout this first round. Lake Forest Spartans, Delmar rolled over Lake Forest in the regular season. That was at Lake. Now we're going to turn around and go back down to Delmar Friday night, November 15th. Probably going to be at 7:30 or 7 o'clock start.
7:30, I believe.
7:30 start down in Delmar. So Lake Forest has to travel down.
Woodbridge, and
Right.
Middletown. I mean,
Four of the top teams in the state.
right? And
And had them all in the top half of the season.
Right, had them on the top half of the season. I think it made them better that second half when they had to win every game to get in, and just a remarkable job down there at Concord. I mean, not many people at the beginning of the year were expecting them to.
Yeah, they had to go through teams like William Penn,
Yeah.
St. George's, Apple, all at the end of the year to get to the playoffs. And now you got Sussex Central, the defending state champs, are the number 4 seed. 2 losses this year to Smyrna and Dover. And in a minute, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But just losing to Dover in week 9
Yes.
in a close game. So let's move to our last first round game in Division 1. It's a rematch. We've talked about rematches of the story here.
Yeah.
It's going to be Smyrna and Salesianum, played one of the most epic state championships several years ago. They're going to meet in the first round, November 17th, 7 o'clock. Smyrna starts the season 0-2, loses to Middletown, loses to Glen Elg out of Maryland, and then they go on that roll, 8-2.
Yeah, with wins against Sussex Central and Sally's
Dover.
and Dover to get it all started. What can you say about Smyrna? I mean, just an impressive job Coach Judy has done there at Smyrna, and they get to host a first-round playoff game.
Coming down to Sally's, Salesianum School, and this was the time when, like we said, all the teams are on the board, and there's no Dover.
Yeah, and the Sally's and Dover tied in points. Sally's got in thanks to a head-to-head win over Dover back in week 2 of the season, and that win gets Salesianum.
Salesianum wins on Friday night against St. Mark's and has to sit all day Saturday and wait for this game and
Episcopal
Episcopal.
Academy,
Right.
who was in a dogfight with Haverford.
So two bonus points on Saturday,
Yep.
and that's what's the fun part about this whole system is you got to wait till Saturday
Right.
afternoon to find out who's playing. So
Right.
there's your bracket for Division 1, 2019 DIAA Division 1 championships. Smyrna, Sally's played at Smyrna Friday night. Concord, Sussex Central, the Raiders and the Knights. And then we reseed and see who Hodgson and Middletown will pick up in the semifinals.
We had a camera freeze, so we saw that, but let's go back to D1 real fast.
Okay.
D2, I mean,
That's
to the,
all right. Head back to Division 2.
sorry about that, technical difficulty.
So we're going to go back to Division 2, where I guess we had a little internet.
There you go.
So, first round game, number 1 Woodbridge, 9-1, double overtime. We talked about the Delmar game. They're the defending state champs. They're playing number 8 Wilmington Friends, the team they played for the state championship last year. Wilmington Friends, like we said, they had to win to get in. They did it. They beat their rival Tower Hill. I think it was the 100th time these two teams
Yeah,
have played.
it's been
Yeah, one of the longest rivalries in the state of Delaware.
Delaware.
So Coach Tattershall's back. He's in the playoffs. We are not going to see another Woodbridge Friends state final. We've seen
Yep.
2 of those. Not going to happen this
No.
year. And then here's our total bracket. As we said, Wilmington Friends are going to travel down south to Greenwood and take on the Woodbridge Blue Raiders.
Not an easy place to play, Benny.
No, not at all. Archmere will travel Howard. That game's going to be
At
played
Caravel.
Going to be played at Caravel. That turf's getting a lot of use this
Saturday
year.
night.
Yeah. And then Lake Forest goes to Delmar. Lake Forest Delmar 2. This is the second time these 2 teams will play. Identical records, 8-2. And then our last game, number 6 Caravel, Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock against 8-1 Tower Hill. Will be our final game. And then again, like we said, reseed for the semifinals. And we have seen over the years some crazy reseeds. And I think one year, like Delmar went from an 8
Exceed
to a
the
state title.
So anything can happen when the state tournament starts.
And again, our Division 1 bracket, Hodgson with a bye, Middletown with a bye, the big Salesianum Smyrna game on Friday night, Concord at Sussex Central. It's going to be a big road trip from Concord, coming from the northernmost part of the state down to Sussex County.
Yep.
And that game, if you've never been to Sussex Central, it is literally in the middle of the fields. There's cornfields, bean fields, whatever they want to grow down there, all around it.
Nice place, though.
It's a great
Nice
fall,
place.
great fall atmosphere. And trust me, I'm not making fun of it, because I went there. So I'm an alum of Sussex Central, so I can tell you about all the fields down there. So that's our bracket reveal for the DIAA 2019 football tournament. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter. For what games we're going to be at this week. Friday night's going to be a little tough because we have to cover the DIAA Field Hockey Championships Friday night. What's first game is Division II.
Oh, we don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet. Not sure. Okay. Want to thank the DIAA for allowing us in here to present the show to you. And look, if you can't watch a game, be at the games. Be a fan. Be there and support these young athletes. Or you can watch us on the NFHS network. Remember, we switched this week. You have to get a subscription if you don't already have it to the NFHS network to follow the DIAA championships. Folks, it's tournament time. State champion trophy is going to be getting handed out here over the next couple weekends. Support these kids and support the schools. Have a good weekend.